Thank you, Chief, for being here and for your service. Uh, I want to follow up on that line of question, if I may, giving them every opportunity to succeed. I would imagine that some of that would include feedback on what they're thinking. Is there an official process for an officer to give a feedback on a process or how to improve things or how they're feeling about something that's taken place?
There is. Does everyone take advantage of it? No. There's still folks, unfortunately, that feel like, well, I'm not going to open my mouth because I might get retaliated against or might piss this person off or whatever. The fact of the matter is we just finished a department-wide climate survey where it was, dozens and dozens of questions about what goes on in the department and how people feel about different things. I meet with and my leadership team meets with the FOP regularly, and we get feedback.
Let me just ask about two things that might have been on their minds. You were here. I wasn't pulled out of the chambers right away. We're upstairs and got stuck for a while. I tell everyone I wouldn't be here without the courage of the D.C. and the Capitol Police on that day. The fact that, as the ranking member referenced, we actually passed legislation commemorating the heroism that took place that day and asked that a plaque be put up. That still hasn't happened. However anybody feels about that, has there been feedback, some sense of how that might have impacted the morale of the rank and file?
I definitely think it impacts morale. I mean, look, the fact that January 6th was a pretty traumatic day for this campus, and certainly
How many officers were injured that day?
at least 140, I believe.
And those that passed in the coming days?
Say again?
Police officers who we lost in the coming days immediately thereafter?
We lost a couple of them, yes.
Yeah.
But look, there's a wide divergence of opinions about what occurred on January 6th. And, but I will tell you, I know what my cops, how they feel. And I've spent the last 4 years trying to make sure that they know that their service was respected and that what they did was honorable. And, but, well, like with any, you have some officers that feel, feel okay about everything that has occurred. You've got others that look at the pardons and look at a bunch of other things and say, well, I guess people didn't care about us. The opinions run the gamut.
Was there any attempt at checking morale as it was affected by the plaque or specifically the pardons?
Well, I would tell you,
I can't believe it was split 50-50, but you tell me how people react.
You might. No one asked those specific questions, but I will tell you that I got an earful with regard to the pardons, and I made a statement to my officers and made a couple public statements about the fact that anytime, it doesn't matter who the president is, what party it is, anything. Anytime a police officer who is assaulted, someone who assaults a police officer gets pardoned, I think that cops all over this country would look at that and say, why are we doing what we're doing?
Yeah, there's more things I want to talk about, but Chairman, I don't want to break it up and get into that. I just want to know that I appreciate what the officers did that day. I had a firsthand view of it. Want to thank them every day for that because I think they say more than our lives, but where our republic was at the time. And we should put the plaque up. We're seeing now that those pardoned, many of them have been arrested since then. And I believe all that has done is encouraged others to act in a similar way in the future. So thank you again for your service and for being here today.
Mr. Strong, your 5